how do you tongue block the lowest holes on the harmonica? If you narrow your mouth so that you go from a normal four hole mouth width, then if you narrow your mouth as you go down the harmonica, then you can cover, say, 3 holes and then 2 holes. By the time it gets to hole 1, you're essentially doing a lip pursed puckered technique. So now when I get to that bottom hole, you can see that my mouth has narrowed somewhat. Now at the bottom hole, I still had my tongue on the harmonica. It was hitting that little bit on the end of the harmonica there, that little ridge there. Now, at that point you may as well be lip pursing, essentially. That's one option, and sometimes I do actually narrow my mouth in that way, and some players will do that where they narrow their mouth for those bottom holes. Another option would be to actually switch from the tongue blocked mouth shape to a lip pursed mouth shape. So you would go from your 4 draw to the 3 draw, immediately you're switching to that puckered mouth shape. Now, quite a lot of players use a kind of mouth-shaped mongrel, as I would call it, where you are tongue blocking some of the time and you're lip pursing, puckering for some of the time also. That's sort of how I would describe how I play, partly because I learnt to pucker first and then to tongue block, so there are still certain things I can't tongue block. For example, blow bends at the moment. You know, one day hopefully I'll be doing that, but at the moment I'll switch to a pucker mouth shape to get those. You can do the same with the lower notes for ease, and also for if you want to bend those notes, that might help you as well. So that would be the second option. The third option, which I use sometimes as well, so I really use all 3 of these, is to actually switch, tongue switch. So normally your mouth is covering, say, 4 holes and the tongue is covering the 3 holes on the left hand side. So that you're only getting air through the hole on the right hand side, in this case hole 4. If you want to play a lower note, I only really use this on probably holes 1, maybe hole 2. If you want to play hole 1 or 2, and especially if you want to do it quickly after playing a hole 4, it can be quite useful if you can move that tongue from the left 3 holes over to the right 3 holes. So if I play hole 4 draw and then hole 1 draw, my tongue starts over here and it ends up over there. My mouth stays in the same place. I don't move my mouth at all, and that's why it's a time saver if you're trying to quickly move in terms of notes. If you are trying to play hole 4 then hole 1, you're going to save time if you get used to using your tongue in this way, because you'll be able to switch that tongue across and get there without having to move your mouth at all. This is a little bit of a precursor to tongue switching in a faster sense, in a melodic, rhythmic sense where you would be going, oh, my harmonica's horribly out of tune. Let me play a different harmonica. Where you're going faster side to side. that's kind of a sped up version of this idea of tongue switching. In our case, we're just talking about trying to get those bottom notes. I may also use that on hole 2 sometimes. Generally, I would use it on 2 holes that are 4 holes apart, so 2 holes between them. For example, holes 1 and 4, or holes 2 and 5. So if I wanted to go from hole 5 draw for example, to hole 2, I'm just moving my tongue. My jaw maybe moves ever so slightly, but you're not moving your head. It's not none of this at all. It's just moving the tongue. So you've got the narrowed tongue block as you go down. You've got the actual switch from a tongue block to a lip pursed puckered shape, and you've got the tongue switch idea. They're all perfectly fine. They all work okay. There's no right or wrong. Try them, see what works for you, and let me know how you're getting on with that. Good luck, and I hope that question has helped.